is that whatever written material is there, is very uninteresting, extremely uninteresting. So that is why I thought that let me give you a more interesting, coverage to the whole concept. Carefully, but this is something which you don't get really in your books, So we will just note down trends. First, we will understand what is public policy. And when we talk of public policy, what does it really exactly mean? We will try to understand that there are different models of public policy. It is more important because short questions as you. What are the models of public policy? Third, note each module is very important. Then how public policy has also changed. After the Second World War, how the thrust of public policy has also changed. Then we'll see first theoretical exposure to public policy. Then we'll see how there has been shift in public policy in India. All of you know that from 1951 to 1989, the public policy was basically socialism. We tried to encourage the public sector undertakings. The private sector undertakings were considered to be subservient to the public sector. So that has changed. Public policy has changed. Please note down that is one that from public enterprises we are now giving a larger role to the private enterprises. Secondly, many of the routine functions of the government is today being privatized, is being outsourced. Please note down that the thrust is away from public sector to the private sector. Then, for instance, aguru telephone thila. So now you have mobiles. It has been almost taken over by number of private companies. Second, more important, traditional activities, many traditional activities, they have been outsourced. There are chowkidar hela, safai hela, conservancy hela. So now, for instance, in most of the government offices today, most of the cleaning services is being done by private parties. And then third very important thing is public-private partnership. So if somebody asks you what is the major change which has taken place, what are the three major changes? One is that the private sectors have taken over from the public sector. B, increasingly many of their routine works are being outsourced. And thirdly, instead of the government doing it, or the private sector doing it, now there is a public-private partnership concept. Eighth concept public-private partnership concept. But all these changes had come to the West in the 70s. Please note down. All these concepts that I'm talking of had come to the West, to the US in particular, in 1970s. Ronald Reagan, president in 1980, more specifically, that came in a big way. And in India, we are now almost following the footsteps of the United States. Independent, we are following our public policy was following the footsteps of the Soviet Union. Now, from 1990, we are following the footsteps of United States. Okay. So, as since all of you will become civil servants, you must also understand what are the implications of that, why this change has come, and how it is functioning. So therefore, we'll see how the economic impact of economic reforms between 1991 to 2024. This is a very important module. Though I have taught you in the past this particular module, it will take a dhyan rete dekhiwa. This is again a very important module. This change which has taken place in our country in terms of public policy, How has it really helped India? What are the pros and cons? Please note down, what are the pros and cons? Are we doing well in everything? Or what are the areas we are not doing well? And why? Are you all getting me? So, and then what is the way forward? Keep note karo, pros and cons. What is the pros? What are the cons? And then what is the way forward? What is the way forward? If something is not doing well, what is the way forward? Why is it that, say 30% of our children are still malnutrited? They are still suffering from, stunting. So why is it that about 50% women are still anemic? Why is it that most of the slums do not have adequate sanitation? Are you all getting me? So is it that, say for instance, one of the things which most of the people feel that has happened after economic reforms, the inequality has increased. Please note down, income inequality has increased. Income inequality has increased. A question will come. जे तुम कागज बगाड़ लगी ऐसा नहीं कागज पार्टी ने कैसे हाथ में कलम की ना किम देखो तो किम देखो सब लोकचन ये नॉले खेले अपन तो सोक्रेटिस मोहंती ये मैंने सर अपन तो बहुत लागे मुझे साथी लिखिले सर आपको कल वो ये बुद्धि में चाहिए बुद्धि बहुत तो बहुत सुविधा तुम भलो पे मु कहूची तुम भलो पे कहूची माने even if you are Einstein लिखुतला the Einstein used to write in both hands. Einstein used to I have seen teachers who write with both the hands. So the impact of economic reforms. So these are the things so first let us go into public policy. So if I have to, it is a difficult topic. It will be useful to all of you. First, public policy. Public policy is nothing but action taken by the government to solve problems faced by the people through what? Please note down, rules, laws, schemes, and programs. What is public policy? Public policy, what is the action being taken by government to solve problems faced by people through what? Rules, laws, schemes, and programs. This is the most crisp definition of public policy. Similarly, there are corporate policy. Somebody will say, what is corporate policy? Corporate policy is nothing but the action being taken by the corporates not to solve the problem of the people, to maximize profit. Please note down. Supposing we talk of corporate policy. This are more business house. Business house ke bas sare if rules kotha chadantu moro kamana tonka bane to make profit. Are you getting my point? What is the private policy? Maximize happiness. Sar class mein jayegi masti kariwa, beer piwa. Eta hala private policy. Are you all getting my point? So whenever we are looking at policy, depending on the constituent, the focus will change. Adi bahut research hochi corporate policy upare. Many people say, "Ame corporate tha to paisa pata bonochi. Why don't we have same corporate policy in the government?" Most school of management re thili din thili. I have seen many directors who have come from the corporate sector. They keep on telling me, "Ki sir, ye jo patha padha padi corporate sector katha kariba, maximize profit. Gyana dhana chhadantu sir, bahut gyana apana deleni. Kemti paisa banebe pila mane." Buji portu katha to. Mu mazare kohuni. So you are trying to replicate the corporate culture. Please note down, corporate culture into government activity. Can you have that corporate culture? Corporate culture कौन आला? जी तुम्हें दी कामों नकलो कहे बे रिना दी कल्टू आसिबिली हो, कल्टू आसिबिली। किसी कोई बात नहीं, कहा को पार्टी तुंडो किसी नहीं घर रोयलो तुम्हें, please don't come. जितना बड़ा पैंडेमिक चलतिला, वो कहले कल्टू आसिबन तुम्हें, कल्टू बहुत बुद्धिया लोक घरे रुहतु. So you are out. But you can't do it in the government. You have to give a notice. You have to give a notice. Are you all getting me? So public policy, one of the most important thing are rules and laws. So it's very प्रत्येक IIT रे वर्तमान all IITs have a public policy school. As a public policy school, maximum lawyers are studying there. Are you all getting me? किमिति law टा बनेले लोकंकर problem टा solve हो. What kind of rules should be framed? Are you all getting me? जदि किए गोटे पिलाटा स्टक कला गोटे झील को ताले किमिति ताले जो कौन हेतला कीटा विशाखाराणी की सिटाइलैंड में कौन हला. So how do you make rules so that this छतरा पिला गुडा कजनी स्टकिंग न करिवे. तो हसूस ना एडा रूल नथिले एसरा बदमाशी करन तम संगे बहुत बदमाशी करे. काली मु देखली गोटे सीजन की जो टीवी रे अछि म सब बहुत से बहुत है जे प्रथमे मु गली टीवी रे से गोटे मंत्री संगे मोर थाए मोर इंटरव्यू थाए. ही वाज ओनली लुकिंग एट मी. मु कहली अरे की लोकटा एमति खाली अनोची मत खाली अनोची. Are you all getting me? So therefore you feel very uncomfortable. So is the rule adequate? Honest summary, I mean, India, one of the issues that is coming is, do we have enough rules? Many people say, yes, we have enough rules, but we are not implementing them properly. Because, anyway, so public policy, rules, laws, please note down, policy can be, please note down, can be regulatory, substantive. There are 5 dimensions of public policy. Please write down. There are 5 dimensions of public policy, namely substantive, regulatory, distributive, redistributive, and promoting inclusive growth. Public policy ra panchata. How public policy is to be carried out. Are you all getting me? प्रथमे गोटे तो भाषण मारदेली जे पब्लिक पॉलिसी होची एमति करिया कथा. So this public policy is carried out in 5 different ways. What are these? Question asibo, what are the different ways through which public policy is to be performed? Are you all getting me? So first hela je substantive. Substantive kon hela general welfare and development of the society. So आम जिते पब्लिक पॉलिसी करिवा सितने आम देखिबा general welfare और development होची के. So therefore we will look at education, they will look at employment, they will look at healthcare, nutrition, sanitation, economic stability. Are you all getting me? This is what we call as substantive public policy. The question is what is substantive policy? Substantive policy माने हमें general welfare और development करूचो. General welfare, law and order तुम्हें maintain करूचो. General welfare टा कौन हला? Law and order. That you live in an orderly society. तापर हला regulatory. Regulatory कौन हला? जे हमारो number of regulatory bodies are there. गोटे हला RBI. RBI रे काम कौन हला? जे banks गुडा केमती properly credit distribution करिवो, money supply करिवो. So RBI रे कौन role हला? Credit control. Please note down. Credit control. Credit control. Are you all getting me? So it regulates the banks. It regulates the non-banking institutions. Whether it is a Gramma bank or a private bank or a nationalized bank. Please note down. Even the private banks are also under the lens of regulation. Please remember, many people think, regulation. No. The regulation for a private bank is less, but it is not achieved that these private banks have a free day. Are you all getting me? But the level of regulation may be different, but they are also subject to regulation. Try ta kono? Tomorrow, telecom. Kona rate hobo? What should be the rates? Somebody would say 9 is a rate, what are the. So here I would see whether the rates have been revised properly or not. Okay. Then you have SEBI, you have pension we have insurance. So all this ARB की कोई कह पारि मते जी कह ARB टा कोन जी कहबो ताको 100 टका दिया. What is ARB? कोटा बहुत बड़ा ताली मार लो कोन से करियो कहलो तार काम कोन तार कोन काम कोन करिवो से बोर्ड टा कोन करिवो जी हमरो जो एटॉमिक एनर्जी जो प्लांट सब अछि how they are operated properly. जिमिति सेथरे तंकर माने गैस लीक न हो अरे गुड में तंकर काम हला जे how the nuclear plants radiation, so radiation control केमति करियो, so that is the ARB. DGC र काम कोन अरे जो एक्सीडेंट हला जो गला जो एयरक्राफ्ट मला मैं जो गला के जानी पाले छडा पायलट एरर थिला से केतरा 200 खणे 250 खणे लोक मले हे होचे DGC NABARD. So please remember, so we have a number of regulatory bodies. Are you all getting me? Then comes distributive. Please note down distributive. Distributive rate, there are two things. One is your welfare program. The other is the transfer program. What is the transfer program? Transfer program है तुमको subsidy देला. Please note down subsidy देला. गरीब लोगों को subsidy देला. Kerosene subsidy. This is called transfer payments. Are you all getting me? Kerosene दे subsidy देला. तुमको transfer कराला scholarship दिया गला. Again it's a transfer payment. Redistributive. Please note down redistributive. तमे एवडा का सब टिके distinctions न जानियो ताहल तमे बुझी परिबनी public policy रा difference उडा को. Redistributive रा काम हला जे how does it ensure that every state is on a same level playing field. Please note down. Redistribution रा काम हला कोन public policy रा काम हला एमिति न जे महाराष्ट्र would be very rich and Odisha government would be very poor. So what is the mechanism through which they redistribute? Can somebody tell me? Through the Finance Commission. Please note down. Through the Finance Commission. Through the Finance Commission, it is redistributing taxes from rich states to poor states. Please note down. This is very important. Are you all getting me? बुझी पड़छ जो आमर आर्टिकल 280 अच्छी फाइनेंस कमिशन तार काम कोन आमे जते बेले इंडिपेंडेंट हेले सेते बेले जो गरीब जो स्टेट्स मान थिले ओडिसा बिहार यूपी एमाने कहले जे स्टेट्स लाइक महाराष्ट्र तमिलनाडु एंड ऑल आर हिस्टोरिकली वेरी रिच सो से थी बहुत टैक्स मिलिबो सो हाउ डू वी गेन आउट ऑफ दिस सो फाइनेंस कमिशन इज अ मैकेनिज्म थ्रू व्हिच taxes from tax-rich countries is being transferred to tax-poor states. Just to give an example, Maharashtra accounts for, please note down, 40% of our total direct tax collections. 40% tax collection hochi Maharashtra. Maharashtra gets only 12%. Bihar contributes 5% of the tax. It receives 15%. So the example though, Bihar tax collection is 5% of the country, but it receives from the Finance Commission 15%. Okay, somebody would say, redistributive. One of the jobs of public policy is also to maintain harmony and equity between states. Are you all getting me? This is not distributive justice. This is redistributive justice. Are you all getting me? Grand Senate. Please note down Grand Senate. Who article rachi? 275. Grand Senate kamo gono. देखुछ केमति बाण विराट कोहली में मारुछ से शॉट मारुछ देखुछ तो ग्रैंड सेनेट काम कोन कोर्ट कहा को दबो को स्टेट को ना आरंभ करथिले सुनो आरंभ करथिले तो नॉर्थ ईस्ट स्टेट्स प्लीज नोट डाउन टिके एमती कहले इंटरव्यू रे पाइबनी तमे यदि कहबो जे grants in aid were intended for the northeastern states which are special category states and have special needs. Are you all getting me?
सर टिके ऑडियो
तमे
ब्रेक
जो
हो
कथा कहलो जे Bihar government, Odisha government wants a special status. Please note down. But the constitution doesn't talk about special category states. Please note down. Constitution talks of northeastern states which are traditionally less developed. Traditionally less developed and more difficult. So say grants in it, not loans. Please note down. There are two mechanisms in public policy. Please note down. Go tell loans. Central government loan daba. Buji porcho to. Kako? State government ko daba. Please note down that the central government, Manju Sahab, is giving close to 1 lakh crore. Please note down. 1 lakh crore as assistance, loans, interest free. Please note down. For 50 years. For 50 years to all the states. After the present government has come, so this is a major scheme which is not there as part of the constitution. They are giving interest-free loan on a long-term basis for development of the states. Because the states, after paying for salaries and all, are having little money. 80% of fund of Odisha is spent on salary and pension and all the things. There is hardly any money for development. Hardly any money. So today, most of the assistance, but it is not a redistributive thing. Please remember, redistributive grants in it. जे तमे हमर जो बजेट जो पैसा भरछो से तुमको ग्रांट्स बुझी पड़छो तो कथा सो दैट इज ग्रांट्स इन देयर स्पेशल कैटेगरी स्टेट्स ए कांसेप्ट दिस पर्टिकुलर कांसेप्ट मेनी स्टेट्स आर लुकिंग फॉर दैट जे हमको स्पेशल कैटेगरी केस करो तोरा लास्ट बजेट रे 50,000 कोटी देला का को जे देले आंध्र प्रदेश को देले एंड याको देले बिहार को देले काहे देले व्हाई आंध्र प्रदेश वाज गिवन बिकॉज़ इट इज अ न्यू स्टेट. So तारो स्टेट रो जो कैपिटल को डेवलप करिया पे माने फॉरगेट अबाउट द पॉलिटिक्स तबे तारो पब्लिक पॉलिसी रे इंपोर्टेंस बुझो. There is a new state which has been carved out and they are making a new capital. अरे सेठी के जाउ नांती तबे if you do not give them help, so special category states. Are you all getting me? Taxation, please note down. Taxation is also another mechanism for redistribution. तमे यदि हाई टैक्स पसेलो ऑन हाई इनकम ग्रुप्स आउ तमे यदि गरीब लोगों को सब्सिडी देलो ताले अगेन इट इज अ रीडिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव. तापला प्रमोटिंग इंक्लूसिव ग्रोथ. प्रमोटिंग व्हाट? इंक्लूसिव ग्रोथ. जैम ट्रिनिटी, ऑल ऑफ यू नो दैट. जनधन, आधार, मोबाइल ट्रिनिटी, Manrega, ICDS, SSA, MDM, POSAN, Ayushman Bharat, right to food. These are all inclusive. Are you all getting me? Promoting inclusive growth, how the difference in promoting inclusive growth, you have specific programs. Please note down. Specific programs. Education, employment, these are all general expenditure, but these are all specific examples. So, public policy, public policy, it could be substantive, it could be regulatory, it could be distributive, it could be redistributive, and it can promote inclusive growth. So we now go to models. ये जो पब्लिक पॉलिसी करा होची देखा यार गोटे डिफरेंट अरे सर उठुनी के इटा सो आउट करे पड़ी जो बोली मो तो धीरे धीरे करछ आउ देखो कौन कहला हाँ environment हो environment हो environment हो environment हो और environment regulation it's a very important module देखो उठ अरे उठ देख उठ इतनी बार हो जाए कि हाँ नहीं हाँ हाँ so now let us go into the models. Now who are the stakeholders? I mean, when you are talking of public policy, who are the stakeholders? First, are the political leaders. Please note down. Priority sector to me kuhon chinje kuhno. Priority sector lende kut hiyo. Inclusive growth hiyo. Inclusive growth hiyo. Very good question. Empty question asyo priority sector lending ta kuthra asyo. Inclusive growth asyo. Hello. So who are the stakeholders? Stakeholders are firstly the political leaders. But please remember this. Jo political will nahi, where there is no political will, nothing will happen in the country. There is no country without political will, that country has improved. There is no question. So political will is important. Jimti kahle jo Swachh Bharat. So there is a political will. They are supposed to have. We should clean up things. Okay. So one is political leaders, then government officials, then civil society. Please note down, civil society and NGOs. Now they are playing a very important role. Please remember, after economic liberalization, these two people, civil society, NGOs, they are playing a very important role. And it is also being recognized by the government that they are also partners in public policy. Please note down. Now, in many countries, public policy is framed after consulting civil society and NGO. Formally, they are consulted. You ask them that what is your view? What is your view? So, industry bodies. Amarala CI hala, please note down, FICCI hala. So whenever government is trying to take some decisions on the industries, please note down that industry bodies would be informed. They would be asked to give their opinion. But a liberal democracy no longer public policy is confined to the parliament or the state assemblies. So you have to consult industry bodies, farmers association. One of the reasons why the farmer bill didn't pass through, because they had not consulted formally the farmers association. Are you all getting me? जो farmer agitation हला, one of the reasons होची the farmer association को government had not taken them on board. Supposing Kalimu कोई भी I am increasing the number of working hours. Supposing I don't inform the labor unions, तो मैं हालत खराब हो जाए. You have to inform the labor unions. Please remember, as per your directive principles of state policy, labor union participation is a must. Jeta mu prathame government sakira asili, so they said no sir, aji discussion achi union sangre. So I said union sir can discuss, sir now you can't do anything. So you have to have, today you have a concept called JCM, Joint Consultative Meetings. Are you all getting me? So this is all again a part of public policy. जी तमे भाबुचो मु वीडियो अछि तहसीलदार अछि मु कर देबी सिकता नहीं तो मु डिस्कशन करियो पड़ियो तांग संगे. Supposing you are making some changes in the office, you have to take them on board. I'll give an example to you. आमे मुतले Bangalore थीली, so suddenly I found that there was an agitation in the office because I had issued some transfer orders. I had offices all over the country. So some of the people said, no, sir, we don't agree to this criteria. Why this person has been sent here? And so then when we found that the transfer policy doesn't have the signature of the JCM. Our joint consult, our union as a leader, it is mandatory that you have their signature. Suppose you say agriculture. say tame you can go ahead but you have to take them on board. Are you all getting me? तमे गोटे भावनी जे तमे गोटे दादा गोटे सेठी तमे जहा चाहमो सेटा से हबो सेंतु हुए नि क्रम डेमोक्रेसी सेंतु हुए नि. So these are models. Now please note down these are the stakeholders, but now we come to a very important area. Now we come to models of public policy. So there are 5 models of public policy. Gote hala rational, please note down rational. Second hala incremental. Third hala pilot program. Fourth hala group programs. Fifth hala game theory. अरे एटा की उठेला टिके सेटा और गेम थ्योरी अछि तळे ये पूरी रहे क्या? हाँ हाँ होगा. हाँ देखो हाँ और थोड़ा सा और थोड़ा सा और थोड़ा सा और थोड़ा सा मु ताको जम्मा हाथ मारिसला काळे कोन गोंडोळ हे जो बोली. ओके कोन हे सेटा hang करियो लगी. ओके so now let us go into हाँ हे था बस हाँ एथि पई मु जम्माडा छुनी कंप्यूटर माने मते डर काळे कोडे गोंडोळ हे जो कोन हे बुझिल तो. So what is rational public policy? Please note down what is a rational public policy. Rational public policy is a policy which is based on logic and data. Which is based on logic and data. तर तुमको तमरो मंत्री कहला तेरा आमे मिड डे मील टाकू माने आमे 6 टंका जो दोचे ताकू 15 टंका कर दो. आपनकर कोन मतामत ता ऊपर तो ना आपनकर मतामत हबो जे आमे देखिबा जे इतरे केते खर्च हबो हमर केते बजेट अछि एटा लॉजिकल होछि कि नाही पिलां को एते खाया दरकार की बुझु तो. सो बेसिकली रैशनल पॉलिसी मींस a logical and database policy. And the second most important is cost benefit analysis. Please note down cost benefit analysis. Cost benefit analysis re kon hala je tame dekhibo. Please note down that by and large in India we look at unless a scheme gives you 10% profit benefit. Please note down amara as a norm. If you are not getting the benefit of 10% per year out of the scheme, we don't go ahead. Kahinki? Because 10% is the cost of capital. When supposing a road, when we make a road, please remember, government is thinking je ei road re debo 10 kota kharcha karibi, I have to borrow that money. तो आकाश रे नहीं मु जुने में जो आनी मेरी हनी बीरो हनी आनी मेरी ना. So I have to take a loan. So the cost of borrowing is generally considered to be around 8 to 10%. Are you all getting me? बुझी पड़छ ना. So therefore cost benefit analysis रे होची हमें internal rate of return देखो. Please note down cost benefit analysis is nothing but internal rate of return. What is the benefit? What is the return you are getting? जदि मु गोटे बनेली गोटे सेतु बनेली कोन जो लिंक गोटे बनेली जो कोन समुद्र ऊपर सी लिंक. So what is the cost and what is the benefit? Supposing they give a proposal कि इधरे 100 crores खर्च हो. So I will ask him जे कितने लोग हवे कितने पैसा मिलिवो. Are you getting my point? So please note down, but there would be certain cases where you cannot do cost benefit analysis. Please note down that would be for your strategic programs. Please note down strategic programs. Space hala, atomic energy hala. Say that the look sir bomb te kole kete benefit habo. Chandra ko gole 500 टंका कोटी घाट सर केमिति 500 टंका आमदानी हबो बुझि पड़छ तो. So please note down that many welfare programs of the government are not amenable to internal rate of return. बुझी पड़छ ଆମର ଗୋଟେ organization ଅଛି ମିଶ୍ର ଧାତୁ ନିଗମ ବୋଲି MDL को नाम ଶୁଣିଛ ଗୋଟେ ମିଶ୍ର ମିଧାନୀ ବୋଲି ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି ମିଧାନୀ Midhani is an organization which makes special steel, special alloys for all our programs, rocket program, missile program. Midhani, Mishra Dhatu Nigam. Mishra Dhatu Nigam. ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମିଶ୍ର ଧାତୁ ନିଗମରେ ଜଏନ୍ କଲି as a financial advisor ସେଇଠୁ ତାଙ୍କର ଯେ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟର ଥିଲେ ସେ କହିଲେ ସାର୍ ଟିକେ ଦେଖିବେ ଟିକେ ଗୋଟେ ନୋଟିଂ ଆମର ନିଧାନ ଉପରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ସୋ ସେଇଥିରେ ତାଙ୍କର ଯେ ବ୍ରହ୍ମ ପ୍ରକାଶ was the director general of Midhani so he sent a proposal ଯେ ଆମେ ଯଦି 50 କୋଟି ଟଙ୍କା ଖର୍ଚ୍ଚ କରିବା ତାହେଲେ India would be self reliant in super alloys. Are you all getting me? In 1956 Brahm Prakash made a proposal that if we spend 50 crores, we will be self-reliant in super alloys. All the programs, all our programs, atomic energy program, space program, DRDO programs, for all these programs, a special alloys titanium, for instance, ଏଇଗୁଡା ଯଦି ଆମେ ବାହାରେ ଉପରେ ଡିପେଣ୍ଡ କରିବା ସେ ଯଦି ଠିକ ସମୟ ନଦେଲା ତମେ ଠପ ହେଇକି ବସିଲ So this was the program. So he says, 8 hauchi amaro program, moro 50 kota kharcha. Taku finance ministry pacharla, sir tige eta 10% return asibo ki? Se kale kichi return asibo. Gotte percent bi return asiboni. Kintu if you want long term development for this country, you must have this program. So say to the Brahm Prakash file ti neki Nehru ko pahoga. कहला सारी फाइनेंस लोग कहउचंती 10% कोठी हबो सो नेहरू सेड जे आवर स्ट्रेटेजिक प्रोग्राम्स he wrote that for strategic programs we cannot be cut off with cost benefit analysis so आज से मिधानी जोगु इंडिया जिते प्रोग्राम जिते सुपर alloys अछि you would be surprised to know that every super alloy is made by मिधानी बुझছো तो कथा माने 3 वर्ष जो काम कली सब जानिली जे की भला भारत रे स्ट्रेंथ अछि all the rockets that we fire all the missiles that we send all of them the all critical material India is self sufficient सेठी तमे यदि कहबो सर एटा गोटे कॉस्ट बेनिफिट एनालिसिस ता कोलेनी सर सा बुझी परछो कथा तो एकी पब्लिक पॉलिसी कोन पब्लिक पॉलिसी जे तमरो स्ट्रेटेजिक ऑटोनॉमी प्लीज नोट डाउन How do you have strategic autonomy then? अरे बुझो कि नहीं जिते बेले पाकिस्तान अटैक कला ऑपरेशन सिंदूर रे तमर सेना थिला बोली सला ई जो ब्रह्मस थिला बोली तमे ताको अटैक कलो ना नले किम करथन आकाश थिला बोली कलो ना किम हे गला सब आकाश रो हे गला सेठ मु जानिली जे माने सब कथा टंका रे माप हबनी बुझि परतो यू कांट मेजर सर टंका केते खर्च हो अरे टंका खर्च टंका को देखले यार देश चली जीवो कौन बुझो तो कथा so public policy so this is rational then comes a concept called incremental please note down most of the public policy eta hochi gota Lindblom Charles Lindblom रे concept अछि so he says public policy should be incremental कौन खर्च करके देखो कौन होची टीका नहीं कि 10 लोग को देखो कौन होची तांकर तापर जाके पड़े अरे ऑल गॉट मी सो दिस इज कॉल्ड इंक्रीमेंटल पब्लिक पॉलिसी इंडिया रे प्लीज नोट डाउन ऑल आवर बजट मोस्ट सर गोटे मिनट कहि दे खाली मोस्ट ऑफ आवर बजट प्लीज नोट डाउन इज इंक्रीमेंट इंडिया रे मोस्ट ऑफ आवर इंक्रीमेंट हमें टिके अधिक खर्च करिबा One of the differences between public policy of China and India, one of the major differences है कि जो थरे चाइना देखुची तार देश रे बहुत प्रगति हो बोली they make substantial investment, big push. आमे एगुड़ा के सबू अल्प पैसा देखी 100 कोटी एठी 100 कोटी सेठी धर ए रे 500 कोटी आमे 500 कोटी कला 50,000 कोटी से खर्च करछन are you all getting me so basically we follow an incremental public policy हां कौन कहउतरे सर आपन हाँ
पायलट प्रोजेक्ट स्मॉल एरिया में 10,000 लॉस है
सर एठी ओडिसा रे इंक्रीमेंटल करिवे बेंगल रे दादा दीदी रे घरे सब 500 लोग मरि so you have to have a big push everywhere. You can't have a incremental public policy there. Where you have a calamity on a national scale, you can't get into this incremental thing. नहीं हबनी पायलट प्रोजेक्ट हबनी तापर अपन पायलट को आसुचे सर हमें ठीक है पायलट को आसुचे आपण तरतर के होतनी कि तापर हला पायलट प्रोग्राम प्लीज नोट डाउन पायलट प्रोग्राम्स are also known as RCPs, random control trials. Please note down. अनेक समय एटा तमरा आसीबो एटा शॉर्ट नोट आसीबो RCT, random control trials. जो कथा सार का ना कौन देवेंद्र सार देवेंद्र जो कहते एटा होची पायलट प्रोग्राम रे कोन होची जे सेमाने गोटे एरिया नहीं करी so you do what is known as a random control and say please note down Abhijit Banerjee and Esther Duflo got Nobel Prize for RCT. In RCT, please note down, in RCT, random control trials, what they do, they will try to pick up. जी गोटे धर सपोजिंग गोटे नुआ इनिशिएटिव हमें नौचे सो दे विल ट्राई टू रैंडमली पिक अप अ सैंपल ए 100टा पिलारो रैंडम नै जेबे 20टा पिला को नै जेबे देन they will divide that group please note down into two groups one is a control group and the other is a experimental group धर कंट्रोल माने 100टा पिलारो धर आमे 20टा पिला रैंडम नहीं गले से 20टा पिला को डिवाइड करा हबो बिटवीन टू ग्रुप्स गोटा हला कंट्रोल ग्रुप जो मान को कोनोसी इंटरवेंशन रहबनी आ गोटे ग्रुप को एक्सपेरिमेंटल ग्रुप रे तमे धर कहलो तांकू टिके भलो करी धर पाठ भलो करी पढेलो कि भलो तमे इंग्लिश सिखेलो माने सपोजिंग वी वांट टू सी how what kind of impact would be there if a good English teacher is there and if there is no good English teacher. So in a RCT what we try to do, we try to find out, we to do a random choice of people, divide them into an experimental group, and then when the results come, the person who is doing the review is blinded. He or she doesn't know who was in the control group and who was in the experimental group. And then when you are blinded and you give your assessments. So for instance, Esther Duflo, just to give an example, Esther Duflo, जहाँ को Nobel Prize मिली से गोटे जयपुर रे देखला जे जयपुर रे से माने कोन करछंती गोटे फ्री मेडिकल क्लिनिक करछंती से देखला के लोक सेठी के जाउ नांती सो देन सी फाउंड दैट एज पे जाउ नांती जे जाउची कोला को देखला से क्लिनिक रे के नांती टिका ना पे you don't get a glass of water to drink, nothing. So what she did, जे जानला जे एडा को माने खाली गोटा सिना अच्छी फ्री क्लिनिक अच्छी. So government thought that if you have a free medical clinic, then people will come to the clinic, get inoculated, all these things. So she then started a random control trial. So what she did, जे प्रथम से कौन कला जे करा हमें गोटे अनाउंस कर दबा जे आज 8टा रु 4टा पर्यंत हमरो क्लिनिक रहइबो and everybody would be there. She also said जे आसीबो ताको गोटे तेंडा दिया जीवो माने खाइबा पे गोटे some vegetables should be given. So then they found that when you introduce an incentive, and you inform people, then found lot of people start, coming to the clinic. She did another very interesting experiment. Supposing we give anything free, listen to me very carefully. It's a very important. TED Talk is third upload. 6-7 minutes. One of the most powerful TED Talks that I have heard. बहुत बढ़िया. But she is trying to argue ଯଦି ଆମେ free ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଦବା ତାହେଲେ ଲୋକ ମାନେ subsequently ଆଉ ସେ ଜିନିଷଟା କିଣିଦେବେ. ସେ କହିବେ ଯେ ଆମକୁ କାଇଁ free ରେ ମିଳୁନି, ତେଣୁ ଆମେ ତାପରେ suppose the moment you stop giving it free, people will stop using it. So she tried to find out in Africa particularly. She started giving mosquito nets. Please note down, mosquito nets in Africa. She got a loan of from World Bank about 10 million paila. Sei तरह से देखा जे बहुत माने अफ्रीका रे उगांडा बहुत malaria बहुत होची. So she started giving this what is that mosquito nets to everybody. कहला तमे ठीक है So after 6 months, again she gave a mosquito nets. Then she stopped giving mosquito net after a year. So everybody thought that mosquito net should not be used. But so she put up this mosquito net for a price, for a subsidized price. And she found that people were coming and buying it. The lesson she tried to prove through this, it is not as if that if you give something free, people will expect it free all the time. Are you all getting me? She said that if people find it useful, they will pay for it. Don't think that garibo lokta sab kangalata se khali kangala bhaliya se magi same no. Again RCT. Are you getting my point? Random control. Are bujucho ki nahi? Sir buchone ki nahi sir kothata kemiti kotha hochi dekhilo to. Teno Nobel Prize ta milila. खाली अभिजीत बनर्जी हमते बोले अभिजीत बनर्जी ता किछि काम करनी खाली सिगरेट और व्हिस्की और सिगरेट पीर खाली इकोनॉमिक्स अंक करछि किंतु जाई के फील्ड रे काम करछि आई एम नॉट जोकिंग while he is a brilliant econometrician, but she went, so her credibility is so high whenever she wants a loan from World Bank is prepared to. She almost ended malaria in many of the African countries. Are you all getting me? So, but you have a pilot program. So, one of the suggestions which is being given to Mr. Modi from time to time is, jo program koruche, let us try to do a pilot program and see how it is working. Again, a model of public policy. पूरा गला हबो कहीं हबनी माने आरसीट रे हमें बेसिकली कोन करूचे जे दीटा ग्रुप कर दोचे गोटे ग्रुप रे इंटरवेंशन करूचे अन्य ग्रुप रे इंटरवेंशन करूने तापर हमें देखुचे जे जो इंटरवेंशन करूचे सेथे रिजल्ट बेटर होछ ना बुझो तो एटा होची बेसिकली गोटा रैंडम कंट्रोल ट्रायल रो गोटा एंड जेटा को इन्वेस्टिगेट करूचे तार बायस जिन न रहो are you all getting me? So now we come to group models. आमे जेतेबेले ए जो सब्सिडी प्रोग्राम हमें करूचे अनेक समय सब्सिडी प्रोग्राम रे they also do pilot programs. You do it in some place and see how it is exactly working. Okay. So, second responsible hobani. Star common group models group model है you look at specific interest group. There are farm bill. So you have to public policy. You have to look at those people. You have to take into account the farmers. So these are all called group models. And if you know that your public policy is going to affect a particular group, then what a women-centric program. ताहले तमे women group को करो, तमे pull group को इतना पचारे कौन दरकार? Last हला game theory. Please note down game theory. Game theory हला जे you were trying to see how others are responding. So when you are introducing, supposing you reduce a tax for one industry, you try to see how the other industries are behaving, how others are responding. So if you do in X industry, how the other industry, so supposing tame tax comment the law in tobacco, how is it affecting BD industry? Are you getting my point? So these are all so it halamara different policy models. So now we come to how public governance, how it has changed. Thank you. So as I was telling you, the major change in public policy came in the 80s with what is known as market fundamentalism. What is market fundamentalism means? And a minimum interference with the market. You don't regulate. You allow the private sector to have a free run. This is called market fundamentalism. Market mechanism or market fundamentalism hela, market fundamentalism means you don't interfere into the activities of the, so there is no regulation. Please note, there is no regulation. Market fundamentalism means जो आमे कहउचंती आमे मिस्टर मोदी एबे कहउचंती जे मोटे डीरेगुलेट करिबा. So deregulation is market fundamentalism. वर्तमान में उधर ट्राई अछि से कहबे नहीं ट्राई फाई किसी दरकार नहीं जे जहार जहार लाइसेंस जिंद कोची करो. So that is called deregulation. So when there is no regulation, please note down, market fundamentalism माने there is no regulation. आमे जेतले इंडिया तला प्रथमे सोशलिस्ट थला, please note down that amor control regime थला. Control ru आमे regulation को आसले. Regulation ru तापर आमे deregulation. बुझी पड़छो तो? In America, please note down, regulation hela तांकर कोन कहलो 1930s रे. आमे 1991 रे हमरो रेगुलेशन हला. तांकर 1935 रो हलानी रेगुलेशन. से 80 रे ताको डीरेगुलेट कले. वर्तमान मोदी सर कहउचंती आमे भारत रे मध्ये एटा डीरेगुलेट करिया. बुझी पड़छो तो? किते जल्दी होउची कामडा को तो कहलो किते जल्दी होउची हा. So better late than never. Okay. So one of the changes which has taken place. So first is that use of contracting to devolve service delivery to third parties. Please note down. Service delivery. जेतोरे services होची, चौकीदारी हो, तमरो cleaning हो, contract हो, washing contract हो, बुझलो तो? माने मोर मने अछि थरे जे हमरो साउथ ब्लॉक रे, बुझले कि साउथ ब्लॉक रे बहुत बढ़िया बिल्डिंग ता, बहुत बड़े एते गंधिया कहबा नाही. सकाळु तळे सो प्रणब मुखर्जी आसले थरे भीषण गंध होची. कारण सकाळु जते सब वर्कर्स अछंती सकाळु आसी गुगु करंती ताकर घरे काई करबे माने सब करि के गादा बद करे तो गंध रे एकदम शेष अछि. So he called me. जे एवडा काहे केते गंध होची. मु कहली सर ए जो सफाई वाला सब अछंती एवडा सब गवर्नमेंट सफाई वाला. ये माने बड़ो साहिब सब 11 को आसीबे 5 को आसीबे कर नाही नाही आई वांट द टॉयलेट्स टू बी वेरी क्लीन. मु के सर आपण टार्गेट तो ताहाले आको हमें आउटसोर्स करे आपण सुलभ इंटरनेशनल नो सुलभ इंटरनेशनल जो था कोन लोडी मरि गला इंडस्ट्री पाठक इंडस्ट्री पाठ. मु कहली सर इंडस्ट्री पाठक को बाबा इंडस्ट्री पाठक देले आपण एकदम चकाचक करेलो. It will be more expensive. Secondly, I will take the decision today. You call Bindeswari Pathak. बिंदेश्वरी पाठक एवं मरीगला मैंने ये सुलभ देखछ ना नहीं तमे अरे सुलभ शोषण देखछ ना नहीं से करके तापर मु ताको फोन फोन करे मु सर आपण आसंतु प्रणम कर आज ही ताको साइन करो आर यू ऑल गेटिंग मी सो अगेन माने भारत रे सब जिंस टिके लेट रे आसे सब जिंस लेट आसे तो ट्रेन रे जो कंपार्टमेंट अछि तो बाथरूम माने गला तमर हालत खराब तमे आमे सब तालचे जो ट्रेन जाऊ चेन मारू बाहर जाके सब बाहर काम के ट्रेन रे कौन सी काम नहीं introduction of market practice please note down introduction of market practices into public sector please note down this is very important what is a market practice profit bank hela bank ro काम नुह लोन समस्त को दान करिवा bank रो काम हला to earn profit are you all getting me market practice कोन टंका होची सर हेती प्रॉफिट होची टंका so introduce market practices so basically please note down the whole emphasis please note down the whole emphasis shifted from what from equity to efficiency please note down from equity to efficiency and innovation बुझी पड़छो आगुर कोन नाइ सर गरीब लोकटा काम करिवो करे गरीब लोकटा गंध करूची जे काम करूनी आर यू ऑल गेटिंग मी अकाउंटेबिलिटी नाही देयर इज नो अकाउंटेबिलिटी so powerful so this is neoliberal policy so move the focus away from equity to efficiency एटा कहतला के मिल्टन फ्रेडमैन प्लीज नोट मिल्टन फ्रेडमैन अरे बुझছো कि नहीं मिल्टन फ्रेडमैन गोटे नोबेल लॉरिएट त ना इसु टिके मन रखितले तमे सब इंटरव्यू बोर्ड अगर कहबो सर मिल्टन फ्रेडमैन सेड दैट वी मस्ट मूव अवे फ्रॉम इक्विटी टू एफिशिएंसी अच्छा हो ठीक अछि कोन से कहबो आउ पचारियो तो अनलेस ही इज एन इकोनॉमिक्स टीचर से जानि परयोनी कोन कहूची ये बट बेसिकली दिस इज मार्केट फंडामेंटल ओके पब्लिक ऑफिस प्लीज नोट डाउन पब्लिक ऑफिशियल रोल हला he has the freedom to manage steering and not rowing डंगारे से रो करिवार नहीं से स्टीयरिंग खेली मारी आर यू ऑल गेटिंग मी फ्रॉम रोइंग टू स्टीयरिंग बुझी पड़छो तो ए होची कारबार ये सब अमेरिका रे ये सब कारबार सब तापरे गोटे कथा आसला जे पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप प्लीज नोट डाउन दिस इज वेरी इंपोर्टेंट this comes as a short note अनेक थरे इटा short note है public private partnership okay so public 80s रे again in America please note down again in America co-production policies and services basically you have a high level of trust please note down high level of trust by the government रो गोटे हाई ट्रस्ट होया कथा ऑन द प्राइवेट सेक्टर तमे जे भाबो जे प्राइवेट सेक्टर चोरो यू कांट हैव पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप एंड मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट होची देयर इज अ गारंटी बाय द स्टेट प्लीज नोट गारंटी बाय द स्टेट ऑफ assured profit guarantee by the state of assured profit there are ceiling hela सेटा पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप है so no private partner will become your partner unless you say that he will make so much of money so that he can put them are you all getting me eta hochi so there are highways are private companies build a highway in return for a certain income from tolling एमती नहीं जे तमे जनता सेठी गुरुचे तांकर कोन टका मिलिबो हम मिलिबो किसी ठीक ना बुझलो तो so that is a hollowing out the state versus overcoming so increase the capacity so basically you increase the capacity of the state so in India please note down in the 90s in the 90s in the 90s sorry in 2001 please note sorry extreme 2000 हम सब काम 15-20 वर्ष परे हम टिके लेट रे उठवा टिके लेट रे करबा सब जोने लोक से नाम होचे VK केलकर. Kelkar is the father of public-private partnership in India. Vishnu K. Kelkar. तांका संगे मु काम करछि बुझले कि बड़ा विद्वान बहुत विद्वान लोक बुझले कि से मते सबले कहंती जे तमे बेसी बकबक होने मु जहा कहू टिके सुनो दा सुनो टिके लेख तमे बहुत विद्वान बोले छु भाबुचो कि कम कथा को. आई वाज पार्ट ऑफ हिज कमिटी केलकर कमिटी माने बहुत बुधिया लोक से कहला जे आमे सबु काम रे बहुत पछरे अछि. So he was the person who started this whole concept of PPP, which started in the national highways, airports. So you see for ports. So एवढा करे basically हमारा public private partnership है ना. But basically तापर आउ गोटे most important ला no risk sharing. Please note down risk sharing. So PPP somebody asks you जे तार कौन main features रहला please. PPP रे कौन main features रहला गोटे हला trust आउ गोटे हला assured income and third हला equal risk sharing. करो गोटे loss हला तनको सर आपन दियो तो सो टंका नहीं सर आपन को दवा कथा. Now please remember in countries like Germany, please note down, in case of Germany, the state undertakes maximum risk. Takes maximum risk. Equal risk no. And that is why PPP is most successful in Germany. Because in Germany they feel that the government has deep pockets. There are good loss only. Who will have a bigger pocket? So wherever public-private partnership, so public-private partnership, wherever government is willing to take greater risk. So that is why our India re education re public-private partnership houni, health re houni. Which so because private sector is not assured of equal return, and you are also not taking risk. You are not prepared to take risks anyway. So now governance, please note down, governance has become collaborative. This is one major change which has come in India, where governance has become more collaborative. So you bring all the relevant stakeholders together, and there the civilians play a more active role in policy making and service delivery. And Kerala, for instance, one of the reasons why the Panchayat Raj, PRI, education, health, community, one of the big success of there is because most of the funds, most of the work is being done by involving NGOs. So please note down Jeffrey Sachs. Please note down Jeffrey Sachs. Jeffrey Sachs. Jeffrey Sachs ଗୋଟେ ବହି ନାଁଟେ କହିପାରିବ କି ରେ ମନେ ଅଛି ମୁଁ ତ କହିଥିଲି Jeffrey Sachs ଆରେ ମନେ ଅଛି ସାର୍ କହିଥିଲି Jeffrey Sachs ନୂଆ ଶୁଣୁଛୁ କି ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଟାଇମ୍ ଶୁଣୁଛୁ କି ରେ End of Poverty. Please note down he is the author of End of Poverty. He is also the pioneer of Millennium Development Goals MDG, and also he is one of the pioneers of SDG. Jeffrey Sachs SACHS. अरे कहूँ स्टोरीटा कहूँ से आस्ते दिल्ली रे गोटे स्पीच दवा आम सब बसचु जेफ्री साहब बसचु इंडिया इंटरनेशनल सेंटर रे सो मनमोहन सिंह सब भर्ती इंडिया इंटरनेशनल समस्त भर्ती आम सब बसचु से जेफ्री साच नहीं सेठू से कौन गला जेफ्री साच सेठू कहला गेट रे गोटे लोक कहूँ मु जेफ्री साच बोली कहूँ जेफ्री साच डिडंट टेक अवेल ऑफ अ गवर्नमेंट व्हीकल बुझले तो से कहला मु तो पळे आसी होटल पळे आसी ता पाखरे जी पास नहीं से कहूची मु जेफ्री सर सेटू ताको से आसी माने इट्स वन ऑफ द मोस्ट फैसिनेटिंग स्पीकर्स दैट आई हैव heard in my life. He put End of Poverty. Google कर दी खाली पढ़ दो End of Poverty. It's a wonderful book, End of Poverty. So he says that the future of development programs, the future of development programs should not be government-led. The future of government programs, the future of development programs should not be government-led, but led by a collaboration of the government, corporates, and NGOs as partners. Eight, बुझपरछो तो. So and so की तार collaborator की रहेला government रहेला business रहेला माने from PPP we are now going into a troika. Are you all getting me? PPP रे खाली government private रहेले एई थराबे NGO रहेले. And this is also, please note down, this is also the approach of the SDG. Please note down. This is also the approach of the SDG. Sustainable Development Goal रे कहउचंती सर आपण टी मिला मिलगिरी काम करंतु मिसिगिरी करंतु दादलगिरी नाही तांका संगे बसिगिरी करंतु. So therefore this collaborative model is working extremely well in most of the developing countries. It is neither government nor private. So this is again. Now please note down that what a question is, what is good governance? What is a good governance called? Good governance please note down. United Nations Human Rights Commission, United Nations Committee on Human Rights. See, respect for, please note down. Definite knowledge ki tame di manuro di bhabyo je mu Jeffrey Sachs heli. Laddu marte paibo ki good governance. Sir, mu to lekhi dili sir, mu kood lekhla sir. Kaun apakare say respect for all human rights, fundamental freedom, right to development. Please note down. Accountable governance. Please note down. Accountable governance and administration. Accountability is a very important thing. Good governance. And active participation by civil society. Again, I am coming to the most important thing. Jim Kamara Supreme Court Judge selection re, jo amaro coach a collegium re, what a civil society re madhya what a representative rahibo. Kuch barso da, what a selection process re, what a civil society re what a bhalo log what a rahibo. World Bank coach, please note down. World Bank coach, rule of law, transparency, responsiveness, each word is important. Consensus orientation, please note down, consensus orientation. You should try to bring everybody together. There should be some kind of an effort for consensus orientation, equity, inclusiveness, effectiveness, efficiency, and accountability. But basically, human rights, accountability, rule of law, good governance. Accountability is a very important thing. So therefore, today, new practices were shifting from hierarchy. Please note down, we are shifting from hierarchy to markets and networks. जे बड़ा बाबू अच्छी सर सेक्रेटरी के पाखे फाइल अच्छी कलेक्टर पाखे से सब चलिबनी हायरार्की रो नेटवर्क. The government agenda has privileged markets and networks over hierarchy, collaborative governance. So basically all these things, principles of effective governance. Okay. এটা দেখো জଣେ ଫ୍ରାନ୍ସିସ୍ ଫୁକିୟାମା ବହି ନା କଣ ଏଣ୍ଡ ଅଫ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ସେ ଗୋଟେ ବହି ଲେଖିଛି ଫୁକିୟାମା ହ୍ୱାଟ ଇଜ ଫ୍ରାନ୍ସିସ୍ ଫୁକିୟାମା ବହି ଲେଖିଛି ସେ ବହିଟା ହଉଛି ହ୍ୱାଟ ଇଜ ଗଭର୍ନାନ୍ସ ବୁଝିଲେ କି ସେଇଥିରେ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଚିତ୍ର ଗୋଟେ ସେ କରିଛି ବୁଝିଲେ ତ ସେ କହୁଛି ପ୍ଲିଜ ନୋଟ ଡାଉନ୍ ଦି ହାୟର ଦି ଅଟୋନମି the better is the quality of governance. Please note down. Higher the autonomy, better is the quality of governance. বুঝি পড়ছো তো এই চিত্রটা বুঝি পড়ছো তো এই পটটা হলা অটোনমি যেতিকি বঢ়িব কোয়ালিটি সেতিকি ইমপ্রুভ করিব আরে অল ফিলিং but if you give complete autonomy please note down then the quality will suffer. It's a very simple diagram, but it's a very important diagram. On the x-axis, we have bureaucratic autonomy. तुमको कहा चाहिए तुमको पूरा फ्रीडम दिया तुम काम करो तुम लॉ अनुसार करो ऑटोनॉमी दिया so Fukuyama tried to test जे जदि हमें ऑटोनॉमी दबा what is the implication on government quality. He found that it has a positive relationship up to a particular point of time. Are you all getting me? But if you give them complete autonomy or beyond a particular limit, then the quality will suffer. So the lesson from this is जे bureaucrats को मध्य तमे you have to tell them जे को पर्यंत से distance नहीं करिए. Are you all getting me? So this is a very simple diagram, but this basically shows how autonomy helps. Let's see how it is. Now this is a very important slide. Please note down. The World Bank has done a wonderful study, and so this report says, how do you tackle, please note down, how do you tackle poverty from the grassroots? This is again a very important challenge in public policy. Can I? How to eradicate poverty from grassroots? It is an important kotha ki nuha. So they have said that this can happen, please note down, through three parameters, through three interventions. How do you tackle poverty from the grassroots? I mean, बहुत गरीब अछंती ताले किमिति आमे तांको करिवा. So this is a wonderful report. I keep on referring to this particular report. प्रथम हला जे promoting opportunity. Please note down. First हला promoting opportunity. Promoting opportunity हला promoting equal opportunity. Please note down. Promoting equal opportunity. जोटा कि हम डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल स्टेट पॉलिसी रे को आर्टिकल अछि 38 टू बी को टेसला अरे बी को टेसला कोन नुवा तो अंबेडकर हिच ना कोन आदित्य तमे एरा नुवा अंबेडकर कथा कहूची से 38 टू promoting equal opportunity. Are you all getting me? Promoting equal opportunity. Now access to, please note down, human, economic and financial assets. Please note down. कौन हाला? Promoting, Devendra, access to human, economic, social and financial assets. Be it land, be it education, be it loans, be it social status. So this is what we call as promoting opportunity. Are we giving equal opportunity? I personally feel that this is the major issue of the country. Are we giving equal opportunity for this kind of a quality education? Second, facilitating empowerment. Please note down, facilitating empowerment. How do you do that? By curbing corruption and harassment. Legal system is fair and accessible to the poor. and local services are not captured by the local elite, and participation of the poor in the political process. Please note down, this is very, very important. कौन aspect रहिला गोटे हला curbing corruption and harassment. Curbing corruption and harassment. Out गोटे कौन हला legal system is fair and accessible to the poor, and the local services are not captured by the local elite. धनी लोक सर धनी पाइप पथ पानी लाइट जल सो पार्टिसिपेशन ऑफ द पुअर इन द पॉलिटिक्स लास्ट कथा एनहांसिंग सिक्योरिटी एनहांसिंग व्हाट सिक्योरिटी कौन सिक्योरिटी क्रॉप फेलियर प्लीज नोट डाउन हेल्थ एंड ओल्ड एज इंश्योरेंस कैश ट्रांसफर एंड प्राइस इंस्टेबिलिटी आर यू ऑल गेटिंग मी So कौन रहला भी enhancing security. So कौन ता रहला ताल तीनटा कथा promoting opportunity, promoting what opportunity, second हला empowerment OES so बुझी पड़छ तो opportunity, empowerment and security बुझी पड़छ ताहाले तमरो grassroots रो प्रॉब्लम गुडा को हमें पब्लिक पॉलिसी सॉल्व कर तपर हम भारत को टिका आसीरा लास्ट 15 मिनिट हैला लास्ट 15 मिनिट तमे टिके चगला हो रे 15 मिनिट आउ हैला आसी गले समस्त मोदी भाई खोजे समतु नि आसले एठी हैला चाचा नेहरू फाचरू समतु नि आसी एमती तुमकी लागु छी छबिटा केम लागु छी भल त 1950 रु 1964 ए बाजी कोठी भारत पब्लिक पॉलिसी 1950 रु 1964 प्लीज नोट डाउन 1950 टू 1964 से कहला PSUs आर टेम्पल्स ऑफ मॉडर्न इंडिया एटा कोठी स्टेटमेंट देथला जी कहबो से 100 टका पाई PSUs आर टेम्पल्स ऑफ मॉडर्न इंडिया जी कहबो से 100 टका पायो मोके नाही पैसा पड़े देबी
सर जवाहरलाल नेहरू
बचन थरे कौन मगना करूते पसचैडा एटा भाकरानंगल डैम देते बेले
सर नेहरू जी कहितिले
इनाग्रेट हला सेते बेले भाकरानंगल डैम तले इनाग्रेट हला सेते बेले नेहरू एक कथा कहितिले जेदी प्राइवेट पब्लिक सेक्टर सो मु त आर्टिकल लिखे मु लिखे नाउ द प्राइवेट सेक्टर्स आर टेम्पल्स ऑफ मॉडर्न इंडिया Adani, Ambani, ever sagutundi sir namaskar namaskar so they are the temples of Monday bujhata ye hala chacha nehru ko kam tapare 66 ru 71 amaro madam asle 66 ru 77 पर्यंत बुझले कि 66 ru 11 वर्ष ए बुढ़ी बसला massive nationalization of banks coal mines emergency सब मैडम कले बांग्लादेश क्रिएट कले सब ये कले कौन नेशनलाइज सो मतलब नेहरू जो आरंभ करथिले प्लीज नोट डाउन नेहरू जो आरंभ करथिले सोशलिज्म टाको मेनी पीपल बिलीव एक्चुअली सोशलिज्म इन प्रैक्टिस वाज ब्रॉट इन बाय मिसेस गांधी प्लीज रिमेंबर nationalization of banks were not done by Nehru nationalization of coal mines were not done by Nehru nationalization of insurance was not done by Nehru. All सब बुढ़ी सब शिखितला ताको चा दोतला तार फोन दोतला सब कथा शिखुतला कला से सब बड़ कथा ए सब कॉलेज कटर रह तापरे हेले 1991 रे ए जो देखु जे बुढ़ा पीवी नरसिंह राव ये हला इकोनॉमिक लिबरलाइजेशन फादर जदि तमे डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह कहूछ किंतु एई होची प्रकृत आर्थिक बुझल ना नाटर गोवर्धन होची से मन बुझ कि नहीं ए तीनोटी प्लान कथा बुझ कि नहीं अरे तमे एगुडा एई माने देश को परिवर्तन करचंती तमे आईएएस अफसर फाइजर किछि करनांती एगुडा सब देश को आर यू ऑल गेटिंग मी how public policy and politicians have changed the face of India okay तापरे आसिला 1993 प्लीज नोट डाउन 1993 माने तुमको गोटा काहे कहूची तो मतलब आंसर करिवो टिके जो स्टेप्स टिके मन रखियो हला कौन स्टेप्स हला प्रथमे हला सोशलिज्म केबे टू केबे it was taken a step further between 1966 to 1977 through nationalism. The answer karibo prathame karibo socialism ro seeds were sown and it continued till 1964. After 1966 for 11 years nationalism started. Hello. Tapre asila 1991 re economic liberalization. Another major shift in public policy was decentralized grassroots democracy. Please note down. जो पंचायत राज हला again a major change in public policy. बुझे कि नहीं ना? तापरे हला मोदी सर कहले इन जो प्लानिंग अच्छी प्लानिंग कमीशन ना एटा को बर्बाद कर. So dismantle central planning. Please note down. Central planning was the handiwork of Nehru. Central planning was the handiwork of Chacha Nehru. ताको गोलाप फुलोटी छड़े नहीं से कहला जे मु सर से बनी आपण प्लानिंग कर. Privatization of Air India. Please note down again a very important landmark of public policy. Air India. बुझो तो मुझे पचरा हो जे कोन केमते हमर पॉलिसी पैराडाइम शिफ्ट हेची आ तापरे लास्ट हला 2025 रे डी रेगुलेशन कोन तने हला सोशलिज्म तापरे नेशनलाइजेशन तापरे इकोनॉमिक लिबरलाइजेशन तापरे ग्रासरूट डेमोक्रेसी तापरे हला डिसमेंटलिंग प्लानिंग कमीशन एंड नीति आयोग आउ तापरे हला प्राइवेटाइजेशन ऑफ this is how the public policy has happened. So now up 5 minute हाँ. So please note down it out देखो. Please note down. But तो briefly इटा करची जे कौन what are the implication? What is the change in public policy? बुझी पड़ जो कथा तो आंसर करो. So एई थरे टिके तो हम भलो इंग्लिश टाइटल लिखियो. So from a dirigist model to a free market model. Dirigist हला public sector model. से डिक्शनरी टे देखि मोटी कहबो कोनटा लिखला dirigist और dirigist माने हला socialist. Dirigist. From a dirigist model to a free market. From a two, these are the changing paradigms. बुझी पड़छो? Question asyo what is public policy and good governance and please bring out the changing paradigms in India. So changing paradigm रे कौन करिवो ना प्रथम हला from a capitalist model to a free market model, from 2-tier to 3-tier democracy. Third hला top down planning to decentralized planning. Please note from top down planning to decentralized planning for the roots grassroots. एबे कोन छि grassroots plan हे जे ऊपर जाउछि सेटू plus all cost. Okay, so this is again a major policy shift. अरे बुच्चो कि नहीं पिले तापर from government to PPP, government to PPP तापर कौन हला last हला कौन from buy to make in India and deregulate. बाहरो जिनस नकरी make in India का कौन पांचटा जिनस हला बुझी पड़छो तो एमती टिकट तुम पाखे रहिले तुमको 200 250 वर्ड लिखिया पे तुमको सुविधा तुमको एगुड़ा सब टैबलेट करी गोटा दिया जाउची ताहले तमे नहले इमिज सब कथा लिखिबो तो कोन हिट कोट आसरा ई की अमर्त्य सेन कोन लिखिची कथा के जानि होनी इट आर चेंजिंग पैराडाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया अब 5 मिनिट नवा तो ए जो पैराडाइम शिफ्ट हेची ओके कोन तारे इंपैक्ट हेची एटा क्विकली तुम जानि छ एटा सब करथिली कोन हेची जे एग्रीकल्चर तार इंपोर्टेंस कमिची इंडस्ट्री समान अछि सर्विस ता इंप्रूव करची एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट ता बढ़ीची एफडीआई बढ़ीची पब्लिक सेक्टर कमिची प्राइवेट सेक्टर बढ़ीची और एवरेज जीडीपी ग्रोथ हैज ऑलमोस्ट डबल ए जो टेबल ता करिची ए टेबल ता को निहाती मने रखी ताहले इन नक्सल इसको थोड़ा कर दो। ये जो है ना तुम्हारा सब्सटेंस है कि क्या उसका इम्पैक्ट हुआ, क्या क्या इम्पैक्ट हुआ। एग्रीकल्चर share has come down. Industry share has remained the same. Service sector share has gone up significantly. India has become globalized. Please note down. India has become globalized. FDI, FI inflow बढ़ुची, public sector investment has come down, and private sector investment has gone up from 1.5 to 11. এই যে ডেটা গুলা টিকে যদি তুমি লিখি দেব, খালি তুমি খালি লিখলে कर दो, তাহলে তোমার মার্কটা 8 উপরে। তাহলে যে তোমার যত বুদ্ধি আছে, ব্রিলিয়ান্ট বুদ্ধি লিখো, 2 মার্কে থাকবে। গোটে 2 স্যার মতে হেইনি স্যার গোটে স্যার 2 মার্ক যখন দেলা, 2 মার্ক দেব গোটে মার্ক দরকার থাকো তুমি। বুঝি পড়ছো তো? এইটা হচ্ছে ইম্প্যাক্ট। जीडीपी रैंकिंग ग्रामर हम तो बहुत बढ़िया एरे सब करथिले गुण थरे तेरो जोडा करिथिले एडा को खबरी तापर हमर। अच्छा एटा गोटे इंपोर्टेंट, प्लीज नोट डाउन पब्लिक पॉलिसी। अगेन अ चेंज इन पब्लिक पॉलिसी, प्लीज नोट डाउन व्हाट इज द चेंज इन पब्लिक पॉलिसी। जे आमे कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर बढ़िया, प्लीज नोट डाउन। सो वन ऑफ द मेजर चेंजेस इन पब्लिक पॉलिसी, बुझी पड़छो, वन ऑफ द मेजर चेंजेस इन पब्लिक पॉलिसी इज that capital investment has doubled. Please note down, capital investment has doubled from how much? From 12% to almost 22%. अरे बुझी पड़छो कि नहीं? एटा के पीपीपी नुहा, एटा होची पब्लिक इन्वेस्टमेंट। सो एइतरे खाली उटे मन रखो जो बुझिया पेला माने सबु जे वन ऑफ द चैलेंजेस ऑफ इंडिया होची जे प्राइवेट सेक्टर इन्वेस्टमेंट सेमति बढो। प्लीज नोट डाउन। तो आंसर टा करूचो बुझी पड़छो तो ए जो पब्लिक पॉलिसी करूची गवर्नमेंट कोन करूची 12% रो 22% करूची। सो द गवर्नमेंट इज होपिंग दैट द प्राइवेट सेक्टर विल आल्सो इन्वेस्ट मोर, बट दैट इज नॉट हैपनिंग। आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? प्राइवेट सेक्टर इन्वेस्टमेंट अनफॉर्चुनेटली इज कमिंग डाउन। माने बारिंग अदानी अंबानी एंड टाटास बाकी के इन्वेस्टमेंट करूनांती। हमारा अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट कहीं होची कारण बिकॉज द प्राइवेट इन्वेस्टमेंट इज नॉट गोइंग अप। आर यू ऑल गेटिंग मी? तुम बुझी पड़छो ना नहीं? व्हाइल गवर्नमेंट इन्वेस्टमेंट इज गोइंग अप, द प्राइवेट सेक्टर इन्वेस्टमेंट इज नॉट गोइंग अप, एंड वेरेवर इट इज गोइंग अप, प्लीज नोट डाउन, इट इज नॉट लेबर इंटेंसिव। जोठी बढ़ुची धरो oil sector बढ़िला, इधर किसी लोग को काम करना। So most of the things are capital intensive. Please note down, most of the private sector investment जोड़ा होची they are capital intensive. They are not generating employment. अरे बुझो कि नहीं? गवर्नमेंट जो खर्च करची, रोड रे खर्च करची, रेलवे रे खर्च, they are labor intensive. अरे बुझो कि नहीं? So private sector is not bothered whether you are generating more. I would last खाली देखे दूची। So again public policy, please note down, again public policy जे हमारा FDI rules have been liberalized. कौन कौन हला रही ना? First हला जे public sector investment has increased and that has improved infrastructure. Please note down, that has improved infrastructure. अरे तो 24-22% हला कौन है जी? रोड पर भला है ना नहीं? अरे एयरपोर्ट भला है ना नहीं? पोर्ट पर भला है ना नहीं? So that's again public policy. Second public policy है कौन? हमारा foreign direct investments have been liberalized. Again a change in public policy. तो मैंने खाली फ्री मार्केट कहले लड्डू मार्केट कैसे? तब you have to say very concretely कौन टा public policy change है? कौन चेंज है? फर्स्ट है infrastructure है through conscious public investment. Foreign direct investment जोड़ा लिखा please sir, only $2 billion थिला in 2000 मंजुषा is now around $80 billion. Please note down, ए डाटा वाला लिखे लेके मना 2 billion $80 billion because our FDI laws have been liberalized. investment କରିବା ପାଇଁ ତାକୁ encourage କରୁଛୁ. So that is why all these things is happening. ତାକୁ ଯୋଉ ଟିକା ମାରୁଛୁ ସେ ଟିକାରେ ହଉନି, ଏଗୁଡାକ ସବୁ law ରେ ହଉଛି. ତାପରେ ଦେଖ ତମେ ତମର again public policy କଣ ହେଇଛି, ଯୋଉ non performing asset ଥିଲା ଏଠି ଧ୍ୟାନ ଦିଅ କେତେ ଥିଲା non performing asset percentage ଥିଲା 11%, ଏବେ କେତେ ଅଛି just about 3%. ଏଟା କେମିତି ହେଇଛି, because please note down a public policy where we have introduced haircuts. Public policy where we have introduced haircuts. Haircuts mane we have waived the loads, bad loads. Please note down. ए जो percentage ता कमिची एटा सब एमते नाही जे सब टका फा फेरे दैछन्ती. No, it has happened due to conscious public policy of haircuts. ये एडा काउ माने recover करी होबनी. Are you all getting me? So contrary to what people think, that the reduction in NPA is due to a public policy, conscious public policy, जे जो थे recover नहीं पड़ची, please waive it. So the last slide I want to show that ये जो जिनसा सब होची, that is again because of path-breaking reforms, conscious public policy. कौन तीनटा public policy वाला? ऐसे note करो. We will end with that. गोठाला bankruptcy law. I started by saying public policy रा कौन कामो? Formulation of law, regulations, programs and schemes. मने पड़ची आरंभ करथिली. अरे आरंभ करथिली सब आरंभटा भूली गन ना कोन? डेफिनेशन रे करथिली जे आमे पब्लिक पॉलिसी रे काम कोन हला लोक को भलो करबा थ्रू लॉज, रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन, थ्रू स्कीम्स एंड प्रोग्राम्स. कोन रोल केले बैंक्रप्सी लॉ. एइते बैंक्रप्सी लॉ रे आमे जो IBC, insolvency and banking code. पढ़ी दो IBC एटा टिके पढ़ी दो कारण शॉर्ट नोट जो केला आसीबो तार सर पढ़ी नथलो सर आपण कि मु सबुडा पढ़ेबी ना कोन. तमे कहले सर मते रसोला देले मु आटा करनथले मु खाई पालिनी. IBC पढ़िबो हला एटा हला लॉ. तबरे GST, प्लीज नोट डाउन अगेन a major policy reform. One tax, one nation. One indirect tax, one nation. GST. कौन हला GST रे? Please note down one of the impacts होची जे हमको पर मंथ 80,000 करोड़ मिलुतला. देखो indirect tax रे 80,000 करोड़ मिलुतला, एबे ओनली 2.5 लाख कोटी मिलुची. From 80,000 crores indirect tax collection in 2017, now we have reached 2.5 crores per month. Again, because of a policy change, GST implementation. And third hala formalization and digitalization. बुझु तो कथा. So खाली market reform करके नहीं हबन. Market reform पर कौन कौन कहबो? What are the things? We have public investment improve kale, FDI anle through liberal FDI laws. Public policy class. बुझिलो? ए रामायण रो अंत नहीं, ए खाली तो भाई ट्रेलर हैगा. बुझिलो कि ट्रेलर हैगा. हला आओ तने ये एटा कहा उतल कर चल बेटा ट्रांसलेट कर दे. बेटा ट्रांसलेट कर पढ़ियो तो हमारे जहां डाउट के छुपो तो काम कर रहे हैं क्लास में तो प्रोग्रेस नहीं है. प्रोग्राम में डाउट है ना. तो डाउट था तो उसको ज्ञान को पूरा डाउट है. मुझे फील्ड में पढ़ाई कर सब ज्ञान जो का एस्पेक्ट सब रास्ता पीछे जोड़ा सब जोड़ा
किसी को से रहता और क्या Hmm.